Welcome back, guys. We're going to play some PLO Vision and we're going to play on 3-bet pots, either in position or out of position. So here the small blind 3-bets the button, so he has a range advantage on this board. So I think he's going to c-bet pretty often with a small size for two reasons. One, the pot is already a 3-bet pot, so you don't really have to bet that large in order to go all in on the river. And second, this board is very dry. So as you can see from the range graph, we are c-betting 33% with all our range, pretty much. Those monotone boards, I think that we're going to check a lot here, with and without it. With this particular combo with no spades, probably. So as you can see, we're checking 84% of our range here, and just betting 16%. And the range that we are betting okay. So we are doing a bit of c-betting with the ace of hearts, with the ace blocker, with the king high flush, and that's about it. So yeah, just keep in mind that this monotone board you are going to check a lot, and therefore you cannot bet all your ace high flashes here. Just 1 in 3, and you bet sometimes with the blocker, and you tend to check with 3 spades, very important. Well, here if he bets, we're obviously going to fold here. Deuce 4-5, I think same as before. I don't think there are a lot of leads. Okay, like 20% leads here. Which kind of hands are leading? 4, so the hands that are leading, you're checking pretty often with a flush, and leading pretty often when you have a high spade and just 1, or with 3 spades. No, I mean, sorry. Okay, so you are betting 50% of the time with a spade, and when you have the bluff, you can bet a bit more than that. Yeah, just because you are going to have more times the suited ace than the offsuit ace. So that's why you are allowed to get a bit more with your offsuit ace. And and with the king excluding an ace, laughing a bit with the king, queen 10, and betting sometimes with two spades. But yeah, all in all, you're checking pretty often on this board. Okay. 3-bet here. This is, I think you want to check 100% when the ace pops. Yeah, to check 100%. And I think you just call down. Okay, 3-5 jack, monotone. We said that we were going to check quite often on this board. So well, we're leading 40% of the time. But yeah, so as we are going to check quite often, you cannot bet all the time with your blockers. So it's kind of a mixed strategy when you have the nuts. Okay, so on this spot, the button 3-bets us. Should we lead? I think so. No, we are checking. Why are we checking here? Would we check with ace? No, with ace 10-10 for sure we're leading. What about ace jack-jack? We're leading some. Ace queen. But queens. Queen 10. Yeah, okay. So although this favors our range, the problem is that we have ace king. So ace king 5. Yeah, so because we have ace king 5, we are kind of blocking a little bit the aces from our opponent's range, and we are not blocking the 8, 9, 10 jack double suited, 9, 10 jack queen. So if our opponent has a balanced 3-betting range, okay, let's say if we check. Yeah, I think we have to fold here. Okay, so we do not lead just because the button could also have a 3-betting range with middle rundowns, or even something like 10 jack queen king or 9 10 jack queen. Okay, if we put our opponent on aces, then I guess we could lead. Okay, here with 3-bet, I think we have to check this very often. just because our opponent has more overpairs, we're out of position, we do not have that many fours in our range either. So yeah, checking very often, and against a bet is tempting. Probably a mix between folding and raising, sometimes calling. With two backdoors, it's more of a call than a raise. But yeah, I mean, with this category, it's calling 70. Well, the 3 is an out for sure. The 3. We have backdoors like 20. Let me check something. On a high board, 4 of spades, 4 of hearts, 2 of clubs. Let's say we are up against aces, and we have the ace, dime of ace of hearts, queen of clubs, 7 of hearts, 5 of spades. So spades, heart clubs, spades, heart clubs. Well, yeah, against aces we're not doing that great, but against kings we have like 30% equity. I'm sorry, we had ace queen 5-7 on, and we bet this particular. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Well, anyway, deuce 3-4. Well, first of all, I think we should see bet this pretty often. And with a low sizing, that's because this looks very connected, but it's really not. We are blocking a lot ace-5. And now we are checking almost always. You get spotting there. Call. Call, and we are going to be on a very difficult spot on the river. Yeah, okay. Anyway, here we got 3 bets. Should we lead? No, I don't think so. We have to check a lot here. 100%, just because the 4-3-3 it's not very good for our range. It's not very good for the preflop 3-better, but he 3-bets, so he's going to have better hands than we do. We 3-bet. I think this would be a nice check raise. A bit small. So he's checking some, betting, checking a bit, but not that often. Betting small, like 50 pot, and potting sometimes. Okay, yeah, maybe this board doesn't connect a lot with this guy opening range. I think we have to check very often. Yeah, checking 100%. Let's say he raised. What should we do? Let's say he bets 33. Let's fold in here. Okay. We said that on these monotone boards, we have to check quite often, right? And now I think we have to check raise. Check raise. Like 2 in 3, you have to raise. With the actual nuts, you raise 1 in 3, I would say. Well, you call with 3 spades, and you raise 1 in 3 with the nut flush, in order to be balanced. And you call with king high flush, for example. King exclude card ace. Yeah, you're calling with your king high, not raising or not folding. Okay. This is a board that we have to check a lot, I think. Bet, okay. Bet with the blocker. So although we check this quite a lot, we want to find some bluffs here. This is the perfect candidate because the ace of hearts. I think we want to check this a lot. Bet. Okay. Why on earth? I think that we have to check a lot, and we have to check with that second nut flash. Yeah, I think we have to check a lot these, and we're only allowed to bet probably with the nut flash blocker, and sometimes with the nut flash. Well, I think we have to bet because our hand is strong, but not strong enough to slow play it. Still with two, yeah, with some backdoors, you kind of slow play 1-5. So now you have to check quite a bit. I think this is a perfect candidate to check raise though. Call. Okay. Thought this would be nice as a check raise. What about ace, no, ace with the ace. Three hearts, you raise. Ace of hearts, you raise. I don't know, that's bad. We do not hold hearts, just a 9 blocker. I think that we have to check this bet. Really. Okay, we have the straight already. What if he raises us? We have to fall, right? No, we cannot fall. No, fall, really. we need 40% equity. So we call we have backdoor spades, but apparently with this combo we call ace queen. I think, well, we're supposed to see bet very often with this, so that's why we have to see bet, although this would be a nice check calling hand. Nine, 8. I think we have to check a lot here, but we have a small leading range. Okay, it's a bit difficult to figure it out. This is a board that we have to check a lot, I think, because I'm not sure we have many 9-10s. And it's probably a check fold. I think that we want to check. We bet this. Well, it's kind of a mixed strategy. Okay guys, see you later.